it's not the best thing to go through, especially knowing that you're so hardworking. Hey, a long time no see in this whole nursing school series, and that's mainly because life has been busy trying to adjust as a new grad nurse orientee, and now I thought what better way to wrap up the semester with a finals or preparing for finals and taking finals this semester, because your girl is about to be done, even though I had some mishaps along the way that I'm going to be talking to you guys about. But I hope everyone had a great semester this far. And I'm just at a point where I have senioritis now. You know that stage where you don't want to do much, like you're just over it. You're over everything. You just don't want to see a single book in front of you. That's me right now. And yeah, so I just thought I should pick up the camera, take you guys along, and show you how I prepare for finals and set myself up for success. Because if everything goes well and I pass this final, I get to graduate in a couple of weeks. Today is May 2nd, so I graduate. My anticipated graduation is on May 20th. Today, on my to-do list, I have to study all my final modules, because my finals open from next week the 5th, and they're only open for about 3 days for me to take. So, and I'm going to be working the next 3 days after the 5th. So, I have to study today so I can be able to take the final on the 5th. Other than that, life has been great. I've been a dog mom, so I'm still adjusting to it. I'm just a new dog mom. So I have a dog mom series. If you're interested in all things puppies, dogs, you name it, that series is going to be linked up here, so be sure to check it out. If you watched my previous vlogs, which were for clinicals, you will know that this semester I was doing one theoretical class and the other 5-credit class which had practicums in it. So I had to basically join a clinic and do at least 60 hours at this specific clinic that I was placed in. Let me just vent. I thought I should just share my frustrations for this semester because it was such a tough time, and that's partly the reason why I've been off from vlogging so much, because I wanted to get my stuff together. I wanted to get back on track with things. So anyway, let me tell you guys what happened. So for your BSN practicums, you don't have your faculty on site with you. It's just you and the people within that site. So I did not have anyone to supervise me or anyone to guide me whatsoever. So I only had the nurses who worked there. However, people were just so standoffish, but I told myself I'm just going to be professional. I'm not here to please anyone, and I'm just going to be as friendly as I can. I'm going to be working to form connections, and that's just the person I am. Basically, their demeanor in the whole clinic was just off. Well, let's just say I was the only African American, and the rest were just older Caucasian women that I was working with. They would not include me in anything that they do. This went on, and I just adapted to the way the clinic worked. I just thought maybe that's their way of having students there. So we're supposed to have our preceptor at the facility to submit a 45-hour evaluation as your midterm and your final 90-hour evaluation for your final. And if you're in nursing school, you know that for a class that has a theoretical part and also a practical or clinical part, you can pass the theoretical class just fine, but clinicals is a pass or fail. If you get a fail in clinical and you still pass your theoretical, you fail the whole class. So you have to pass the clinical and you also have to pass the theory class. So here I am reading my 45-hour evaluation, and this preceptor blurbs about I'm not interested in learning. She basically just said everything's so nasty, which is completely opposite from what I usually do. I come in there, I do my work, I ask what they expect of me, and literally all they say is, we're just going to have you scan in the patient. So they don't give me opportunity to assess the patient. They do not give me any opportunity to kind of direct the care of the patients. They have me doing the basic of the basic of the basic. They're giving me non-nursing skills to do, like filling in medication bags. I contacted my clinical director, I contacted my advisor, and my advisor reached out to the dean of diversity in the school. We all had a meeting. They apologized for what I went through at the clinic, and guess what? They told me not to go back there. So they had to look for a second plan for me to complete my hours. So they gave me like a whole lot of modules that I have to be doing in order for me to make up my hours. So anyway, that's just something that has affected me this semester. It's not the best thing to go through, especially knowing that you're so hardworking, knowing how nursing school is so hard, and for someone to basically just try to ruin your whole semester just based on the color of your skin is just, I don't know. Funny enough, I read the reviews of this clinic, and people, well, this is after the fact that I had a whole meeting with my school advisor and clinical director. Come to find out, people have commented on how they felt as if the clinic is biased racially and stuff. So that's what happened this semester, and I am currently working on modules. I have at least 16 hours left for me to complete my 90 clinical hours. So that's the reason why I'm saying I hope I graduate, because I'm not sure what decision my school is gonna come to once I have completed all my hours. I don't know whether they're going to take into consideration what the preceptor at that clinical site said. So I'm just waiting to see. I know for sure I've done my part. There's only one Caucasian male in that clinic that was talking to me, and he's an older man, and he used to tell me stuff like, I really love how you come in here, you don't sit around, you're basically up and down. Other people come here and they just sit down on their computers or on their phones, but you're very hardworking, and I really like that. I admire that. So for someone within the same facility to give you all those good comments, and then the preceptor, mind you, she does not even have a bachelor's, so she couldn't really precept me, so she just threw me out for me to follow the nurse practitioner. So she's basically not even involved in what I do at the clinic. She just sits in her office. So for her to say all those comments when she does not even supervise me right then and there, like close eye, I don't understand where those comments came from. I just feel like she just said anything just to say. As you can tell, I'm still furious about the whole situation. But you know what? By the grace of God, we are going to graduate this semester, okay? I've been through so much with this whole nursing career. I'm at a place where I am so satisfied with where I am, how I'm doing as a new grad nurse. But anyway, I'm just going to shake off this mood a little bit. I'm sorry if that was quite a rant. I just feel like I had to let it out. I really had to let it out because I don't want to make this career look like, or I don't want to make this channel look like everything is just black and white. There's no gray areas. Everything is just running smooth for me, because it's not. I want to keep this channel as real as possible. And clearly, you've seen from my NCLEX videos, I failed twice. I almost failed my first semester in nursing school. So I always make it a point to share all that, because I want to keep it as real as possible. And I want to be genuine about my journey. I don't want to just share my wins and not my losses. So, because me personally, I get motivated through my losses, because once I lose once, I make it a point to compete against that loss and get my victory. That's just how I work. That's what motivates me. So anyway, I know people who don't like to share their losses, but that's fine. Enough of me blurbing. Let's just go ahead and start studying for these finals. This is my final study guide, and it's from module 7 to, let's see, module 13, so not bad at all. So I'm just going to be opening my module. So I'm going to start with the 7 one and just basically highlight everywhere that I kind of hit on those points right here, just because I want to be able to focus on the main question points that they're going to be asking. If you've been following my nursing school journey, you'll know that I finally went digital on all my note taking, and I've been using Notability. This video is not sponsored by Notability. Do not worry, all opinions are my own. Thank you. So, I found a better way to organize my notes on Notability, and you can see these two courses were for the previous semester, this critical care and health information. And then this semester I've been taking this peri-op nursing class and public health. So where I'm going to click on the public health, and the way I organize my note is according to weeks or modules. So week 1, week 2, week 3, just so I can have a better idea on what module I'm tackling. I always upload my PowerPoints given by my professors, and I just basically highlight. If they have audio in it, I listen to on PowerPoint and I highlight whatever main points they talk about. So yeah, this is just basically how I organize my notes. If I show you my peri-op class, you see I have module 1, module 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this one I always hand wrote all my notes based on the modules. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys are also digital and how you do it and what app you use. I used to use OneNote, but it's not as equipped as Notability is, because Notability has so many features that I love, and it's just easy to work on there. Everything is just kind of streamlined. Yeah, so right now I'm just going to be looking at my study guide and highlighting what I feel is going to be on the exam based on their study guide.